Man, you hear those first two notes and you know what that tune is, don't you? Chess Records was a label that sold 78s and 45s, later just 45s, and finally, in 1957, an LP. Other labels had been selling them for 9 years. For artists such as Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, and Little Walter, the next year or so would find their first albums on the market, all of them compilations of single releases. It would be 1960 before Muddy recorded an album, and it would be several years later for Wolf, and never for Lowell Fulson. Lowell Fulson first came to chess in 1963. His records were issued on the Checker label. But he was Oklahoma-born and California-based, unlike so many of the chess artists. But he was one hell of a guitar player and one hell of a singer. He had recorded for Checker for over a decade and had one monster hit for the label, Reconsider Baby, the tune you just heard there. But most of Fulson's hits were either earlier or later. Earlier on Swing Time, he had Every Day I Had the Blues and Blue Shadows. Later for Kent, he had Black Nights and Tramp. It was the success of the Tramp album, which purportedly sold 90,000 in Chicago alone, that finally convinced Chess to do a vintage series and to bring back some of Lowell's work. The series releases in early 1970 featured albums by Jimmy Rogers, his first, J.B. Lenore's, his first, and Buddy Guy, as well as Hung Down Head by Lowell Fulson. Hung Down Head included Reconsider and other great Checker recordings. It also contained in the outtakes of Toll and Bell some classic Chess record scatology, the likes of which has rarely been heard on record before or since. Hung Down Head by Lowell Fulson from the Chess Vintage series. Welcome to the Blues Foundation Hall of Fame.